This is it, folks. We've arrived at the final show of 2019. And as you can see, we are all dressed up and ready for something special.
That's right. It's time to look back at the most fascinating stories of the year.
We're calling it the Best of Taiwan Insider 2019. I'm Leslie Liao.
I'm Natalie So.
And I'm Andrew Ryan. Let's get this party started. Here in Taiwan, we love our superlatives. After all, we are a tiny dot on the map, so if we can say we're first at something, that's pretty exciting.
And we begin today with a story that made Taiwan first in Asia.
On May 17th, Taiwan became the first country in Asia to pass same-sex marriage. It went into effect 1 week later on May 24th. Supporters of same-sex marriage gather outside the legislature on Friday in the pouring rain. Organizers put the number at 40,000 people. They're waiting to see whether lawmakers inside will vote to legalize same-sex marriage in Taiwan. Opponents of same-sex marriage try to stop the bill with legislation of their own that would downgrade marriage to a civil union or even a familial relationship. They point out that more than 7 million people voted against same-sex marriage in a referendum last year. But by 3:30 p.m. on Friday, lawmakers legalized same-sex marriage 66 to 27, making Taiwan the first country in Asia to do so. Outside, the crowd erupts in elation and tears. It's been a divisive 2 years since Taiwan's High Court said it was unconstitutional to prevent same-sex couples from having the right to marry, giving lawmakers a 2-year deadline to pass legislation. Organizer Jennifer Liu says it's regrettable that the bill does not cover foreigners from countries where same-sex marriage is not yet legal, and it does not offer full adoption rights. But President Tsai Ing-wen lauds the landmark legislation, saying it's a proud day for Taiwan, offering equal legal protection for all types of relationships and ensuring the fair and equal treatment of all. All right, now after watching that video, I want you to respond in one word. Leslie, let's start with you.
Here's my word for this video.
All right.
All right. Now, I wanted to choose something that was maybe like about time, but I think Matthew McConaughey said it best when he said, all right, all right, all right.
Nice.
All right, and my word is soft. I think it's a great example of Taiwan's soft power. We are one of the most open and democratic nations in Asia. It's no wonder we were first in Asia.
All right, now we are going to go from first in Asia on to first in the world.
Now, if Taiwan is going to be first in the world at anything, I would rather it be for food or quality of people named Leslie. And we did find out we were in fact number one at something, but it's not for either of those things, not even close. We were number one in the world for Asian flush.
The Asian flush isn't just a physical response to drinking alcohol, it's an enzyme deficiency. People who lack the ALDH2 enzyme cannot metabolize alcohol. This results in flushed faces, respiratory problems, nausea, vomiting, and possibly diseases. Nearly half of the people in Taiwan have this deficiency.
Many Asians have this enzyme deficiency. They have a hard time metabolizing alcohol, so they often don't feel well after drinking.
People who lack the ALDH2 enzyme have a 50 times higher risk for mouth, throat, and esophageal cancers. A Stanford study found that Taiwan ranks top in the world for this enzyme deficiency. It advised these people to avoid alcohol altogether. According to the World Health Organization, in 2016, over 3 million people died from alcohol-related causes. 29% was related to drunk driving or violence. The rest were due to cancer and cardiovascular or other alcohol-induced diseases. Even low-level consumers of alcohol were found to have a 1.26 times higher chance of getting cancer than those who don't drink at all. So it is a good idea to think before you drink, especially if you get the Asian flush.
All right, guys, so tell me what you think about that story.
Okay, in a word, sober. I think it was sobering, and those people with Asian flush should stay sober.
All right, my words? Red-faced. You know, don't feel red-faced if you get red-faced when you drink. But actually, this is also a reference to me. I feel kind of red-faced talking about Asian flush, being the white guy in the room. So I'll stop there.
All right. Now let's move on to our highest story of the year.
If you've ever been to the top of the Taipei 101, you probably went to the 89th floor.
I've been there.
I've been there too. But this year, they began allowing people to go to the 101st floor, which is the highest outdoor observation deck in Asia.
Since Taiwan's highest skyscraper, Taipei 101's completion in 2004, over 2 million people have visited the lower observatory down on the 89th floor each year. Since it can only accommodate around 10,000 visitors a day, guests sometimes have to wait for up to half an hour before going up. But now visitors can bypass the queue and go even higher. Taipei 101 President Angela Chang says that starting on June 14th, guests will be allowed into the observatory at the peak of it all, the once exclusive 101st floor in the highest outdoor observatory in Asia. There are a few caveats. Space is limited, and at first only 36 people will be allowed up each day. Each visit will only last 40 minutes. Bookings must be made at least 1 day in advance. Once there, visitors have to put on safety gear to step out into the 460-meter high outdoor roof area. A visit up top is pricey too. While a ticket to the 89th floor only costs 600 new Taiwan dollars, or around $19, a ticket to the 101st floor is 3,000 new Taiwan dollars, or $95 per person. That may seem like a lot, but for that price, you'll be granted access to a place that once only opened to the likes of former U.S. President Bill Clinton and Hollywood superstar Will Smith.
What'd you guys think of that story?
Well, my reaction is, what? Because when you go to the top of Taipei 101 on the 89th floor, you think that's all the way up top. But then you remember Taipei 101 means it has 101 floors. So what's between 91 and 101, you guys?
Oh,
That's a
next.
great question. Yeah. So my word is, this is actually, I feel like it was a missed opportunity. US $101. We told you it was $95 to get to the top. I think they should make it $101.
That makes sense. We now turn to one of the more somber stories of 2019.
Now, this next story captured our attention not just because it led to the destruction of a local landmark and the death of 6 people, but also because it was captured on film.
The Nanfang Ao Bridge in Yilan County, northeastern Taiwan, suddenly collapsed on Tuesday morning, crushing 3 fishing boats under its weight. An oil tanker on the bridge tumbled into the water and caught fire. The driver was lucky to survive the collapse, but those on the boats weren't so lucky. 5 out of the 6 missing fishermen have been found dead. All of them were migrant workers from Indonesia and the Philippines.
All right, what do you guys think after that video? Natalie, you want to go first?
Sure. Well, it's very disturbing to see a major landmark collapse like that and kill people, and I hope they find out why that happened.
Leslie?
In the same vein, speechless. I remember waking up and seeing the footage, and I was left absolutely speechless. Taiwan is very safe, but this is not something you'd really expect to happen here. So speechless is my word to describe this video.
And hopefully we won't see that happen again in Taiwan. Now we're going to move on to another award for best footage, and this is for the most striking footage from here in Taiwan that we featured in our show this year.
A Malaysian student studying in Taiwan traveled to Hehuan Mountain over 150 times over the course of 4 years. Why? Because he wanted to give Taiwan the perfect gift before he left. His final product does not disappoint.
This is the sunrise at Hehuan Mountain and the dark sky park, all captured by Malaysian student Feng Yehui. While studying in Taiwan, Feng spent the past 4 years capturing Taiwan's most beautiful scenery through time-lapse photography.
Before I leave Taiwan, I wanted to give something to Taiwan. I hope these works don't just receive a lot of attention, but rather leave a lasting impression on the people of Taiwan.
Another beautiful sunrise, Feng captured above fields of Asian knotweed in Nantou County. This is an amazing shot of the indigenous Talampo village in Hualien and Taichung's sea of cosmos flowers.
I came across a weasel once. I was the only one taking pictures at the peak of Hehuan Mountain then, and he stole my dinner.
He climbed Hehua Mountain 150 times, carrying 20 kilograms of equipment to make time-lapse Taiwan, giving the people of Taiwan a stunning new look into their beautiful land.
All right, you guys want to share your words about that video? Natalie, would you like to go first?
Yes. One word, passion. I really admire his passion for Taiwan, for nature, and for photography.
That's a great word. My word is cherish. That's because I think a lot of times, those of us who live in Taiwan or are from Taiwan or have been here for a long time, we forget to cherish the scenery around us. So sometimes it takes an outsider's perspective to really cherish all that we have in our world.
All right, thank you for those words, you guys. Moving on now to our most touching story of the year.
I was really touched by this video. It's a story of an 8-year-old boy who climbed Taiwan's highest mountain to fulfill a promise to his late mother.
This 8-year-old boy is climbing Taiwan's tallest mountain, the nearly 4,000-meter Jade Mountain, all for the love of his late mother. They had planned to go up together one day, but she died last year, so he took her picture up with him. He believes Mommy is in heaven, so he went up to be closer to her. He made it all the way to the peak and screamed, "Mommy, I carried you to the peak of Jade Mountain." He fulfilled his promise to his mom 591 days after she passed away.
I took her to Taiwan's highest mountain.
You took Mommy to see the highest mountain, right?
The prettiest scenery.
He fought altitude sickness on the way, and his father wanted to take him home, but he was determined to make it to the top, to be closer to his mom.
My son lost one love in his life, so I hope that Daddy can give him even more love.
He's hoping Mommy will come see him more in his dreams now.
What'd you guys think of this story, Leslie?
All right. My word is triumph, because this boy had a personal triumph when he traversed that tall mountain, but I think this is also a triumph for everyone in Taiwan to remind us that we could really attain our goals if we have the right motivation and we stick to our promises.
Great word.
That is great.
What?
After I saw this, I couldn't speak. I was so touched, so moved, like all the feels. That's what this represents.
It's a very memorable video and story. All right, well, let's turn our attention to something a little bit lighter. You can't beat a story about animals to cheer you up.
Now, I know everybody loves a cat video.
Of course.
And there were some great ones this year, but we, the judges, we agreed that there was one that was truly perfect.
This is Yuan Zai, the tuxedo cat. She's become a star addition at the Fengqihu station in Alishan. She looks both ways before crossing the tracks. There she goes, straight into the train depot to check out the locomotives. Yuan Zai has become the honorary station manager at the Fengqihu station on the Alishan Forest Railway. Not only is she adorable, she also works hard. She does her rounds every day to make sure everything is okay. Fengqihu station manager Wu Han-en says, "She behaves pretty much the same way I do. She's actually more serious about work than me because I have days off and she doesn't. She's here almost every day." Yuan Zai is actually a 5-year-old mama cat whose owner lives in the neighborhood. She's been coming to the station for the past couple of months and people love her. She's very friendly and has been attracting visitors to the station. People love to play with her too. This is little Jade from Kishi Station on Japan's Wakayama Electric Railway. She's passed away, but back in the day, she was a popular station attraction. Looks like Yuan Zai may follow in her footsteps.
All right, what'd you guys think of this story, Natalie?
Okay, one word. Adorable. That cat is the most adorable thing. I hope they dress it up and give it a little hat and something.
It needs a little hat. Yeah.
I think you like that.
Leslie?
All right, guys, it's not a word, but you've heard me say it a million times. I'm not even going to try to front. I love that cat. I said it during that episode, and I say it around the office all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
So much.
He still is talking about that cat, I have to say that. All right, we're going to move on now to one of our favorite internet-related stories that we featured this year in Hashtag Taiwan.
Every week during our regular show, in my segment Hashtag Taiwan, I share with you what's going on in social media around Taiwan. Now, I give you my favorite post, and I call it the Leslie Liao Pick of the Week. Today, I'm going to share with you my Leslie Liao Pick of the Year. Now, when researching Hashtag Taiwan, we're usually confined to trends that are happening in Taiwan. However, for my pick of the year, I chose a global trend that caught on in Taiwan like wildfire.
What's the best way to celebrate Teachers' Day? Students at Tochen Junior High School have a brilliant idea. They move their desks and chairs to the hallway, and they create their own version of the Tetris Challenge, the latest social media craze to hit Taiwan. After lying on the floor, they turn around to say, Happy Teachers' Day.
All right, you guys want to tell me what you think about my pick of the year? Natalie, you want to go first?
You know what it is? It's all about a new perspective. We see the familiar things, like the kids, but sideways, right? And for us, we just did the same thing, but we lied on the floor. We never saw the studio from the floor, right? And put everything around us in a different angle than we usually see it, and it was really cool.
Absolutely. You know, I was thinking of another internet trend called unboxing, but to me, it felt like boxing to put ourselves inside the box.
A certain space, right?
Yeah, it's almost
very
like
neatly.
Action figures,
right,
like
right.
Lego or something, ready to be taken out and put to use.
I thought you were going to throw fisticuffs at me for a second.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Thank you, Natalie and Andrew. And moving on to our final award, Best Move of the Year.
Taiwanese gymnast Ding Hua-tian made history by creating a move that was named after her. She's the first gymnast from Taiwan with that distinction.
Watch out 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Taiwan has a gymnastics star heading your way. Ding Hua-tian is only 17 years old, but she's the first female Taiwanese gymnast to qualify for the Olympics since 1968 in Mexico. Now she's coming armed with another superlative. She has a move named after her. That makes her the first Taiwanese gymnast with that honor. The move is called the Ding Hua-tian split leap to ring position with 180-degree turn, and this is what it looks like. Ding jumps into the air and does splits while turning mid-air. The International Gymnastics Federation has officially added the move to the code of points for women's gymnastics. The maneuver was assigned a difficulty of D on a scale from A to J, with J being the most difficult. Successful execution of the move is worth 0.4 points.
Since I jumped so well, I decided to throw in a 180-degree turn. Then I realized no one has done this move before.
Ding's coach Cai Hengzhen says that getting the move recognized was a necessity.
If a move isn't recognized by the gymnastics rulebook, then it doesn't count for points. So we had to apply to make it official.
Ding says that her next move is to take a medal at the Olympics.
So what do you guys think of that move, Leslie?
Here's my word. Thumbs up. I'll explain my thought process. She's only 17 years old. Wow. She's the first female gymnast to qualify for the Olympics in Taiwan in 51 years. Whoa. She's the first Taiwanese gymnast to get a name moved after her. Yowza.
Just to be clear, that is not the name of the
That's not the name of the move.
It's the Ding Hua-tian move. All right, in my words, I've broken a little bit of a rule here, but I don't care.
Wow!
Jiayou.
Chinese.
That's right. This is how we say good luck
You're so
or go
Taiwanese.
for it. Yeah. And we do wish her well at the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. We're very proud of you.
Yes, we are, and she will be someone to watch next year. That wraps up the Best of Taiwan Insider 2019. Now, every award ceremony has acceptance speeches. Is there anyone you guys would like to thank?
Oh, I got plenty right here. Actually, hang tight real quick. I would like to thank our director Taco, assistant director Ya Juan, consulting producer Emily Wu, video editor Jessica, and technical director Xu and director Kate, who were with us at the beginning.
All right. How about you, Andrew?
Of course. Got my little piece of paper here. I'd like to thank the English service, especially our spiritual leader, Paula Chow, as well as John Van Trieste, who is always on the radar, Shirley Lin, and Jake Chen. Where in Taiwan is he? He's always at the end of our show. Also, I'd like to thank our family and my shampoo sponsor, my hairstylist.
I want to thank makeup artist Tiffany Su, cameraman Zhang Qinglan, production supervisors Zhang Zhen, Wendy Yuan, Patty Lin, Carlson Wong, and our executive producer, Lu Ping, my mom, dad, family, and especially you, the viewer.
That's right.
And we also do hope to hear from you. Let us know what you think of our show. For Taiwan Insider, I am Natalie So.
I'm Leslie Liao.
And I'm Andrew Ryan, and be sure to tune in next week for our first show of the year. We're calling it 10 Great Ideas for 2020.